A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Ashingsani Veerasinghe. Let's have a look at the headlines for today. Defence Secretary requests general public not to belittle Navy personnel who were infected with COVID-19 while being engaged in rounding up virus-infected drug addicts. The Central Bank Annual Report for 2019 was presented to Prime Minister and Finance Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa by Central Bank Governor. News in detail. Director General of Health Services Dr. Anil Jasinghe stated that the Homagama Base Hospital has been designated as a hospital to treat coronavirus-inflicted patients from today onwards. Meanwhile, 3 new coronavirus cases have been identified for the day as of 5 p.m. today, increasing the total count of coronavirus to 622. Addressing the daily COVID-19 press briefing, Director General of Health Services Dr. Anil Jasinghe added that the 3 new coronavirus patients found for the day are Navy officers from the Valisara Navy Camp. Hence, 147 Navy officers from the Valisara Navy Camp and other 79 Navy officers have so far tested positive for the virus. In total, 226 Navy officers have contracted the virus. Director General of Health Services Dr. Anil Jasinghe highlighted that Homagama Base Hospital has been converted to treat COVID-19 patients in order to fast-track the process of containing the coronavirus. In the meantime, Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva stated that 144 Sri Lankans stranded in New Delhi in India have been repatriated to the country today evening in a special Sri Lankan Airlines flight. They will be directed to the Poonani Quarantine Centre, Army Commander added. Subsequently, 77 individuals who were at quarantine centres conducted by the Tri-Forces have left for their homes today after the completion of the quarantine process. A total of 4,659 individuals from quarantine centres have completed the quarantine process, while 3,609 are still undertaking the quarantine process at 32 quarantine centres. DIG Ajit Rohana, addressing the media, said that curfew passes issued to a number of establishments are due to expire tomorrow, but those can be used until the end of next month. He explained that the curfew passes, which are due to expire on the April 30th, will be valid till May 31st. He also added that the police have arrested 41,700 individuals along with 10,000 vehicles during this period. DIG Rohana stressed that 35,000 persons out of all arrestees were taken into custody due to illegal liquor and drug-related offences. He highlighted that only around 6,000 persons from island-wide were arrested for the offence curfew regulation violation. Police spokesperson SP Jalya Senaratne says that they have recovered more details related to the Easter Sunday attack on 3 hotels in Colombo and 3 churches from 3 districts. Addressing the media at a suddenly arranged media briefing in Colombo, police spokesman Jalya Senaratne said that Criminal Investigation Department and the Terrorism Investigation Division are continuously engaging in the investigations into the Easter Sunday attack. He told the media that one of the suspects arrested over the case showed a place in Sampur where they were trained how to use the weapons. He said that they visited the place and were capable of recovering more details over the attack. SP Senaratne also added that they also have more details about a place in Putlam where the gang leader Saharan had preached lectures using some video clips. The police spokesman also clarified over the curfew which had been imposed due to the spread of coronavirus and stressed that the imposing of curfew had been done legally and one of the recent court incidents had created a wrong picture in the society. He also requested the general public to respect the police guidelines when they are to purchase the essentials in the curfew-lifted areas. Defence Secretary Major General Kamal Gunaratne requests the general public to be respectful and realistic for the Navy personnel who unfortunately became the victims of coronavirus. Defence Secretary Gunaratne reminded that it was the same force who sacrificed their lives for the motherland, and the Navy personnel caught into this tragedy while they were trying to catch up some fleeing COVID-19 affected irresponsible patients.
අපිට ඉතා කනගාටුදායක සිද්ධියක් වාර්තා වෙනවා. බොහෝ ගම්වලින් අපේ නිවාඩු ගිය නාවික හමුදාවේ ඒ නාවික සෙබළුන්ටත් ඒ වගේම එයාගේ පවුල්වල උදවියටත් යම්කිසි කොම් කිරීමකට සමහර ගම්වල ඉන්න අයගෙන් භාජනය වෙන්න සිද්ධ වෙලා තියෙනවා කියලා අපිට දැනගන්න ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මෙතනදී මම ආරක්ෂක ලේකම් විදියට මහ ජනතාවට සුළු පණිවිඩයක් දෙන්න කැමතියි. මේ නාවික හමුදා සෙබළුන් අසනීප වුණේ මේ රෝගය වුන්ට වැළඳුනේ අපේ රටේ මහ ජනතාව අතර මේ රෝගය පැතිරී යාම වැළැක්වීම සඳහා ඔවුන්ගේ ශරීර සෞඛ්‍ය ගැන තකන්නේ නැතුව ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා ඒ රාජකාරී කරපු නිසායි. අපේ රටේ ත්‍රස්තවාදයක් තියෙද්දිත් ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා රටේ මහ ජනතාව බේරගන්න කටයුතු කළේ අය. ඒ වගේම අපේ රටේ ස්වභාවික විපතක්, ගම් වතුරක්, සුනාමියක්, ඒ වගේම කඳු නායෑමක් වගේ ඕනම දෙයක් ආවහමත් ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා රටේ ජනතාව බේරගන්නේ ජීවිත ආරක්ෂාව සපයන්නේ කට්ටිය. මෙතනදී මම මහ ජනතාවගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටින්නේ අපේ ඒ නාවිකයිනුත් ඒ නාවිකයන්ගේ පවුල්වල අයත් ඔබේ ගම් වලින් කොන් කරන්නේ නැතිව ඒ අය කරපු මහඟු සේවය ගැන සලකලා බලලා අපි හැමෝම එකතු වෙලා අපේ රටෙන් මේ රෝගය තුරන් කරන්න කටයුතු කරමු.
Stay tuned for more news after this short break. Welcome back after the break. Central Bank yesterday revealed that tax revenue increased by 1.3% to 1,734.9 billion rupees in 2019, reflecting the significant increase in revenue from income taxes, although revenue collection from some sectors declined during the year. Releasing the Central Bank Annual Report 2019 yesterday, the officials, however, said that total revenue declined by 30 billion rupees compared to 2018. In terms of Section 35 of the Monetary Law Act No. 58 of 1949, the 70th Annual Report of the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka was presented to Prime Minister and Finance, Economic and Policy Development Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa by Central Bank Governor Professor W.D. Lakshman, flanked by Senior Deputy Governor Dr. P. Nandalal Veerasinghe and Economic Research Director Dr. Chandranath Amarasekara. The Central Bank Annual Report 2019 recommends the government to ensure measures are initiated to strengthen government revenue mobilization, particularly in the context of renewed risks to economic recovery amidst the widespread COVID-19 outbreak and its adverse impact on fiscal policy and debt sustainability in the country. The annual report, which was released yesterday, showed that in 2019, total revenue as a percentage of gross domestic products declined due to the reduction in both tax and non-tax revenue. Accordingly, total government revenue declined to 12.6% of GDP in 2019 from 13.4% of GDP in 2018. Tax revenue declined to 11.6% of GDP in 2019 from 11.9% of GDP in 2018 as a result of the lower revenue collection of excise duties, VAT, SCL, cess and PAL despite a significant increase in revenue collection from income taxes. Similarly, non-tax revenue declined to 1% of GDP in 2019 from 1.4% of GDP in 2018 due to lower revenue from fees and charges, non-availability of distributable profits from the central bank, and reduction in profit and dividend transfers from state-owned businesses and enterprises. In nominal terms, total revenue declined to 1,890 billion rupees in 2019 from 1,920 billion rupees in 2018 as the reduction in non-tax revenue outweighed the marginal increase in tax revenue collection. Tax revenue increased by 1.3% to almost 1,735 billion rupees, reflecting the significant increase in revenue from income taxes, although revenue collection from excise duties, VAT, SCL, cess, PAL and NBT declined during the year. Revenue from indirect taxes continued to be the major contributor to the government coffers, accounting for 75.3% of total tax revenue in 2019. The annual report also pointed out a notable increase in the share of revenue from direct taxes, which rose to 24.7% in 2019 from 18.1% in the previous year, reflecting the impact of the implementation of the new Inland Revenue Act No. 24 of 2017 with effect from the 1st of April 2018. The Sri Lankan economy recorded a subdued growth of 2.3% in 2019 compared to the growth of 3.3% in 2018 as per the provisional estimates of GDP of the Department of Census and Statistics. Central Bank annual report for the year 2019 also says that all major sectors of the economy recorded positive but modest growth rates. The central bank report highlights that it is important that adequate measures are initiated to strengthen government revenue mobilization, particularly in the context of renewed risks to economic recovery amidst the widespread COVID-19 outbreak globally and its adverse impact on fiscal policy and debt sustainability in Sri Lanka. The central bank report, which was released yesterday, said according to the GDP estimates based on the expenditure approach, growth in 2019 was driven by consumption growth and the improvement in the external balance of goods and services. Reflecting subdued economic activity, the report said that the unemployment rate increased to 4.8% in 2019 from 4.4% in 2018. Male and female unemployment rates rose to 3.3% and 7.4% respectively during 2019 from 3% and 7.1% respectively in the previous year. The annual report also said that in the near term, the economy is likely to be impacted severely in terms of its growth, fiscal, external and financial sector performance, while causing hardships to all stakeholders of the economy. It further says that the monetary policy space in terms of the low inflation environment and the banking sector space created by the maintenance of capital and liquidity buffers above industry norms enable the central bank to support the efforts of the government to ease the burden on businesses as well as individuals. Despite the temporary setback posed by the pandemic, appropriate growth supportive reforms to address long-standing structural issues and enhance domestic production, improve export orientation, attract foreign direct investment, facilitate innovation, improve factor productivity and efficiency, and improve policy buffers, if implemented without delay, would enable Sri Lanka to realize the desired outcome of achieving sustained and equitable economic growth and becoming a prosperous nation in the period ahead. Government has initiated to issue the verification documents of the results of GCE Ordinary Level and GCE Advanced Level examinations via the online platform for the first time in history. This initiative was kicked off yesterday under the patronage of the Education Minister Dallas Alhaperuma. Students were able to access the results of the GCE Ordinary Level examination and GCE Advanced Level examination through the online platform. However, there was no online platform to issue the verification documents of the above-mentioned local examinations, and the individuals had to personally collect their verified result sheets. Accordingly, this long-felt requirement was met yesterday since the Education Ministry initiated to verify the exam results online. As the first step of the initiative, all the O-level and A-level exam results from the year 2001 to 2019 were issued online. By this measure, the verified documents will be issued to the candidates, the foreign universities, private institutes, and relevant parties by ensuring the confidentiality of the documents. Hence, the verified documents can be accessed by the official website of the Examinations Department, www.doenets.lk. The global count of coronavirus cases has surpassed 3,138,000 with a worldwide death toll of more than 218,000. In the meantime, the US has confirmed 1 million virus cases, making up almost a one-third of the total global tally. The death toll from COVID-19 pandemic in the USA has passed 59,000 and 2,470 deaths were reported in the USA yesterday. With more than 59,000 deaths, more Americans have died with COVID-19 than died in the Vietnam War. However, with places starting to ease lockdown restrictions, barbershops, tattoo parlors, beaches and restaurants in the US state of Georgia have reopened. In the meantime, US President Donald Trump has ordered meat processing plants to stay open to protect the nation's food supply at a context where an estimated 3,300 US meat packing workers have been diagnosed with the coronavirus and 20 have died. This is how the US's Navy Blue Angels and Air Force Thunderbirds flew over the country to salute the frontline medical teams fighting coronavirus. Subsequently, coronavirus testing has now made available for millions more people in England after the government loosened rules on who can apply. It is noted that the UK government aims to hit its target of 100,000 tests per day by tomorrow. Testing was expanded last week to all key workers in England and their households. Hence, all care home residents and staff, people over 65 and those who must leave home to work are entitled to a test. Brazil has now reported more than 5,000 coronavirus-related deaths, surpassing China. The health ministry in Brazil reported 520 deaths yesterday. Brazil is the worst-hit country in Latin America with more than 73,000 confirmed infections. More than 6,000 people have now died of COVID-19 related symptoms in Germany. Nearly 200 people have died from the virus yesterday. In the meantime, China announced today that its parliament will open a key annual session on May 22nd, signifying that Beijing sees the country returning to normal after being reduced to a near standstill for months by the COVID-19 pandemic. The session was originally scheduled to start on March 5th but was adjourned due to COVID-19, which has infected nearly 83,000 people and killed more than 4,600 on the mainland after emerging late last year in the central city of Wuhan. And that's all the news for today. Stay home, stay safe. See you again tomorrow on State of Business at the same time. Until then, take care. Good night.